What's up, everybody? I am DJ Kazzeo, and welcome to Talkin All That Kazz. Now, what is Talkin All That Kazz? Real quick, breaking it down, before I even get to that, let me tell you this. You want to know anything, you want to connect with me on social media, go to this address right here, www.djkazzeo.com, alright? All my stuff's up there. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff is up there, okay? Now, for 27 years, over 27 years, I've been hosting a weekly radio show here at 90.9 FM KHTC in Salinas, California. Every one of the shows I've ever done that's in my library is now online. You can go to this address right here, mixcloud.com/DJ_Kazzeo to hear all the shows, all the music, all the interviews, everything. Okay? Now, speaking of interviews, maybe you don't have the time to go to Mixcloud and listen to the full shows, because there's thousands of hours of stuff to listen to. If that's the case, this is what Talkin All That Kazz is for. I've isolated all the interviews, taken the interview clips, put them in video form, and I'm posting them up here on YouTube for you guys to check out in a shorter time, alright? So you can just go, pick out whatever interview you want to check out, and here it is, okay? So, without further ado, let's see what I got in store for you this time around. That's right, man. Back in the place right here. As I said, it's the Wednesday Rec. Yours truly, Kazzeo, in the place. And being joined right now by our special guest this week. He goes by the name of Tha Anthom. Anthom, you there, right?
Yeah. What's up, man?
What's good, brother? How you doing tonight, man?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. So I was part of the conference call you were on a couple weeks back, the rap attack call. So you know, when our boy Nasty Ness approached me, he's like, "Hey, man, would you want to have Tha Anthom on the show?" I said, "Absolutely." You know, I've been playing I've been playing the record for a couple weeks now, so why not, man? Why not?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. So you know what? Give me, or not give me, because I already heard the story on the conference call. But like to the people out there listening, I mean, tell me a little bit about Tha Anthom.
You know, born and raised San Jose, California. Just grew up listening to a lot of hip hop, you know, 90s hip hop and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of influence off of, you know, like Pyro, Redman, Big L, stuff like that. Tribe Called Quest, Nas, you know, all those types of groups. And I started rapping when I was about 16. You know, I think I was like a sophomore in high school.
Right.
And just kept going with it, and you know, eventually came up a little bit in the San Jose scene with my cousin. We were in a group, Live and Direct. That's kind of like dithered down a little bit, and recently I just linked up with another producer who's out of Denmark. He goes by Mike B.
Mm-hmm.
And we just did an album, and the first single that I put out is called Check It. That's the one you've been playing. Right.
You know what's interesting to me is that like yourself, extra prolific part of the Hyro crew, he also put out an album recently, and it was produced by a cat from Europe too. So why do you think it is that the producers in Europe are so kind of infatuated with Bay Area artists?
I don't know if they're infatuated with Bay Area artists. I think they really like the hip hop sound, like the OG hip hop sound, you know, the true like boom bap type true school sound, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think they like. I mean, America kind of has its own way of saying things. Like, we got our own lingo, our own slang. I mean, this is where hip hop started, you know. It's kind of not the West Coast, I would say, not the Bay Area, of course, but New York, but still kind of all, you know, America has that America squeeze
right
to it. So I feel like, you know, maybe they just want to kind of get that American feel too on top of their boom bap tracks. And plus, you know, maybe they just like some of the artists, you know, just what they're putting out, what they're saying. So
very true, man. Very true. So, you know, when you were breaking down the history behind Anthom and your group with your brother, Live and Direct,
Yeah, my cousin. That's
Oh,
my
your cousin. My bad. Your cousin.
40 ounce still. What up?
You were mentioning a lot of '90s heavy hitters and whatnot. When you're over there in San Jose growing up, I mean, where was your source for like discovering that style?
I mean, mainly growing up, listening to the radio. You know, we have 94.9 over here. Well, at the time it was 94.9, Wild 94.9.
Yeah, but I mean, but Wild 94.9, they weren't playing that kind of hip hop. I mean, like, what I'm saying is, like,
I mean, they were a little bit, but yeah, not exactly. I would say probably older cousins and stuff like that.
You didn't have any like particular college shows you listened to over there?
I actually didn't get into listening to KSJS, which is San Jose SJSU, San Jose State University radio. I didn't get into that until about like high school.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it was mainly a lot of family members, a lot of just being young and digging and trying to find new stuff. I mean, I have to give a lot of credit too to my cousin once again. He showed me a lot of stuff, and I would dig and I would show him stuff, and we would just keep digging and digging and digging, and we just find all kinds of stuff.
So what about that particular style grabbed your attention as opposed to like kind of like the hyphy stuff from the Bay Area?
I don't know. I just felt like they were being more artistic in a way. Like they were just saying stuff like you really had to like pay attention to what they were saying.
More substance than flash, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I like some of the hyphy stuff here and there. Some of the the main like hyphy stuff, not so much the underground stuff. But yeah, New York stuff just always, or not even New York, just more lyrical hip hop type stuff. It stuck with me more. It made me think out the box. Plus, I was experimenting back then with a little tree and stuff. And
right.
Kind of take me out of the box a little bit. So.
Did you ever find yourself like some of your friends would be like, oh, why are you listening to stuff? It's all like okay, like say you're in a situation, right, and you're playing like you said, real like lyrical stuff. You're playing like maybe like the Alcoholics, like Funk Dubious, like Cypress Hill, that kind of stuff. And or Jurassic 5, and your friends are like, why are you listening to all that East Coast stuff? But you're like, they're from the West Coast. Did you ever find yourself having to like defend and like explain?
No, yeah, I did that like plenty of times in high school. Sometimes you would accept it too. They'd be like, oh, what is this? And I would end up like, gaming them up and showing them, and then they would eventually go buy the CDs after they borrowed it from me a couple times or something,
Right.
And, yeah, then you always have the cats that were just like super like, nah, I'm just in the Bay Area, and Andre Nicotina and E40 and Too Short, which I like all of them too, but I don't know, at a time when I was growing up, I think mainstream was just hitting something that I really didn't like anymore. It was becoming too flashy. Mm-hmm. So I started like going backwards, and digging for deeper stuff. And that's just, how it came to be.
So given that, you have that certain sound and that certain influence, how does that affect, has it been a detriment when you tried to present yourself to local, consumers as far as like, hey, I'm a local rapper, I'm from the Bay Area? Have they been like, well, you don't sound like a Bay Area?
Yeah, it can at times. Like, I don't know. There's some people that are really like accepting of it though, because they see that I'm not trying to be exactly like everything else out here,
Mm-hmm. Right.
So there's always that side of it. But then, yeah, you got the people like, well, you can't party to that, and that don't hit like this. But it's like, that's cool, you got party music, and then you got music that makes you think and has substance,
Right, exactly, and that's exactly the approach you should take. I mean, doing shows in clubs and like making people dance, all that's wonderful, great, and all that, but you want to influence and inspire to create. And that the only way you do that is like making substance music.
Exactly. You know, I want to make people think like those artists made me think, you know? So.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So talk to me about the album and everything you got coming up before we let you go and get into the song.
So the album's called Never Selling Out. It's coming out on Chop Pairing Records, and that's a UK label. It'll be out sometime, I think, September. It's going to be me and Mike B. Mike B is on all the beats. He does all the cuts. I do all the rhymes. And then I got a couple guest MCs, my boy Aaron Slaughter, also from San Jose, and my boy Mikey PG, also from San Jose. So they're going to be on there. And, we're going to be printing up the wax. Should be like 500 copies. Try to get out that. And then we're going to also print up, I think, like 300 CDs or something. So,
Well, I definitely know I need doubles on the wax. So.
No, yeah, for sure. I got you. I got you.
You know, we definitely got to make that happen. And, you know, the other thing, too, is like when Ness hit me up about having you on the show, he's like, you know, he can come in and, like, given the circumstances that we're going through right now, we can't really do live interviews. But hopefully when all this madness is over with, or, you know, some sort of normalcy is back, we can get you here live in studio. Because, I mean, dude, you're just like a quick, like, you know, 45-minute drive.
Yeah. Where exactly are you? You're, like, right there in Hollister? Or
No, the station's here in Salinas.
Oh, Salinas. Okay, yeah. So shout out to all the Salinas homies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, all you got to do is just jump on the 101 and you'll be here real quick.
Okay, yeah, no, I've done shows out there and stuff.
Yeah,
shout out to Will DeBow.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So okay, so you were over at Somos Gallery.
Yeah, Somos. Yeah.
Okay. That's like a block away from the station.
Also, shout out to Looney Lou, All City Sound Bombers. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, man. There you go. So give people the. Ooh. Gotta stop that. Not ready for that just yet. Give me the rundown on the social media contacts.
So right now my Instagram is All City Anthem, but instead of the E in the Anthem, it's an O. Because my name's Anthony, so I just changed it to Anthem. Mm-hmm. And then find me on Facebook. This is my name. Or actually, you can find my artist page on Facebook, The Anthem. So THAANTHOM. And then as far as music, you can go to the LNDcrew.bandcamp.com. So it's and then LNDcrew.bandcamp.com, or SoundCloud, the LND Crew. As soon as this project drops, though, I'm gonna throw that on Apple Music, Spotify, all that, so you can start looking for me on there as well.
There you go, man. And you don't do Twitter, right?
I do have a Twitter, but I don't really go on it that much.
Oh, okay. Got you, man. Got you. Well, hey, man, I really appreciate you taking the time to call in tonight. You know, for sure, I'm definitely anticipating the album. Can't wait to hear it. And, you know, why don't you go ahead and introduce the anthem, and then we'll get into it.
All right, cool. Yeah, yo, check it out. This is my new single, Check It, produced by Mike B. And this is the anthem. You're now rocking with DJ Kazzeo.